Oh boy,
it's okay. Hey guys, we are Three Pagans and a Cat. We are live. Yes.
We are live.
So, hello.
So we're here right now with Wolf Run Sanctuary.
Wolf Run Wildlife
and Spiritual
Sanctuary.
Yes.
We get it all in. So, and so we just
and they're
wanted
only
people,
here today, so
right. And we wanted people to know about what you are, what you do, and the groups that you work with, and how they can get a hold of you.
Okay. I guess to start out with, we are a multi-denominational, non-denominational spiritual retreat and wildlife refuge center. We do not have any animals that are caged or anything like that on property. That's something that a lot of people mistake and think. And they also ask, how many wolves we have there. We don't have any wolves. It comes from Native American spirit guides and things like that was where we got the name from. We've opened up our land so that anyone that needs to get away, needs to be closer to nature, can come up and not have to worry about discrimination or being harassed or anything like that, because they might not be a part of the statistical norm.
Right.
And I'm not
since
saying
we're at Michigan Pagan Fest, that
this is the norm that we like.
Yeah.
That we get along with, that we feel more at home at, and that's what we've tried to create up there. We're very centrally located in Michigan, almost dead center between Big Rapids and Mount Pleasant, and just outside of the town of Remus.
Okay.
Of course, you can find us on Facebook and our own website, which is the short version is wrwss.org.
Sidebar: being close to Remus is super appropriate for an organization related to wolves.
It does seem to lend a certain coolness to it,
and authenticity to that wolfiness.
Yes, definitely. But no, we host a number of events up there ourselves. We have a little summer solstice gathering here this weekend. That's one reason I'm only here for today.
Yep.
And then we have our biggest event is our Harvest Festival and Psychic Fair, which is in August. And it's an all weekend event. We have camping on site. Our events, we don't charge a set amount for. We just ask for donations, and usually we work pretty closely with PIN, for instance, and we always invite people to bring up food items and things like that for PIN.
That's Pagans in Need,
which
we've talked about before.
Yep.
Yes, and then we work with a couple of organizations. Red Tent West Michigan is a big one. They do a lot of things that are for women.
Yep.
And great organization. And then so they'll be up there for our festival, and they also have we open up the land for other organizations to come up and use the property so that they can have retreats or seminars or whatever it is they need to do outside of the city setting.
Right.
And like so with the camping and everything, it kind of you can stare at the stars at night. You can see billions of them as opposed to the few thousand you might be able to see when you're inside the city limits.
Right, exactly.
And you get to hear the sounds of nature more, which occasionally can be a tractor or a rooster, but so it's, not that tractors are that much nature,
but they're definitely more rural and not something city folk are accustomed to listening to.
Yeah. And,
I don't even know how old I was when I first heard a tractor. I was probably in my 30s. So
city boy.
We get a few of those going up and down the road during the day, but then at night it's very peaceful, very serene. There's it's one of my favorite times is when just after it's rained and we get to hear the peepers, and those are those are the young frogs.
Yep.
And it's just absolutely it's so magical to be able to listen, stand outside and listen to that, especially under the starlit night. But no, we work. Like I said, we're working with these other organizations, Red Tent of West Michigan, Phoenix Rising Coven, which is kind of more on the east side of the state. And then we're working with a new one, Circle of Introspection. They're out of Grand Rapids area. They're all hosting, they're using our land to host retreats.
Okay.
And we open it up to any organization really that wants to come up and, spend some time up there. And as far as those are our events or anything like that, we always like to say anyone is welcome as long as they can leave hate at the gate.
Okay.
At our event, one of our first events, I can remember on our first festivals, we had, we didn't have a lot of seating. We still don't have a lot of seating sometimes. but everybody was we're having a potluck meal. We had some drummers performing, and there was a lot of people sitting on their blankets and things like that on the ground. And I looked around, and I knew quite a few of the people there. And we had pagans sitting next to Christians, sitting next to atheists, sitting next to you name it, Buddhist and everything else.
Awesome.
And there was no arguing, there was no fighting, there was no I'm right, you're wrong, or any of that. It was just family sitting down for a meal and enjoying the performances and enjoying each other's company and learning about each other. And that's what we're really about, is that we like to treat everyone that comes up there, your family.
Gotcha.
So there's no separation with that. And we don't discriminate against anyone because of their spiritual beliefs or because of their ethnicities or their backgrounds or you name a demographic which people get discriminated against.
Right.
We don't. Your family, as soon as you step foot on the property, and even before you do, really, a lot of cases. So that's what we're about.
So
really cool.
if anybody wants to look at the potential of hosting an event there, they just go to wrwss.org and they can contact you through that website.
Yes.
All right.
Very cool.
Perfect.
Yes. Yep. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Stan.
Hope you enjoy the day, even with a little bit of rain we're getting.
Yeah, it's been good though.
It seems like it's tapering off.
Yep. So thanks, and you did great.
You did.
Thanks. I'm gonna go past.